Let's kick it off. The very first one off the top here is Richmond, and the quote is, "It's not fun to be a builder anymore. Cost pressure's killing us. Not only will builders like myself who take 12 to 24 months to build a house lose margin from increases, but the affordability is becoming a major issue." So, did you pay attention to what happened to lumber prices the last couple of weeks, Alan?
Well, I mean, the last couple of weeks, they've started coming back to normal, but in the month of June, they were more or less through the roof.
Yes, yeah. So
roof. That's also made of wood.
Drink. So
be ready, folks. I mean, this is going to be all night long. You're in for a treat.
At this point, we might not make it that long. So yes, in June, lumber prices were still astronomically elevated. But since then, I think there was 1 week where they dropped like 40%. Like
it's been going on for a while too. Not just it's all building materials for months now. I think back in February, I think I ordered the replacement windows for my house, and they told me 6 to 8 months.
Yeah,
just to get the windows in, and now they're telling me I probably won't have them till here. Next year. Wow. They don't even see it coming in 6 to 8 months. They are saying that I guess the factories aren't able to push them out fast enough, and I mean, obviously they're not American factories, so we're waiting for stuff to come from overseas. I know
that's a good point. It depends on where you're sourcing from too. So some of the lumber factories, some of the lumber mills,
Canada,
have been more backed up than others. Yes.
Much of our lumber does come from Canada.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there's some domestic too. I think the other dynamic that I've seen with the lumber prices, the reason why it did drop after this survey was that a lot of the backlog from COVID and everything like that, most of the distribution hubs and the wholesale and the warehouses, they were basically just trying to backfill inventory.
Mm-hmm.
And so right now you have a ton of high-priced inventory sitting there, and that's also, I think, impacting demand a bit because these places don't want to take an immediate loss on stuff that they paid through the nose on. So prices to say like the end purchaser, the retailer, the home builder are still remaining high because if you just bought a huge lot of plywood or whatever, plus 60, 70%, wherever it was, whatever ridiculous number it was at, you're not necessarily just going to take an immediate haircut because, because you need to move it. Yeah.
And unfortunately, most contractors believe very strongly in that your poor planning is not my problem.
Well, I mean, justifiably so. I mean, I get that, but it also, I think there's some demand destruction going on.
I mean, I have many stories of when the customer service side of it, when a customer would call me up and say, "Yeah, but I need it done tomorrow because I'm having a party." Well, your piss poor planning does not make my problem.
Yes. And you know what? There's also a common theme in a number of these quotes down the line, not to kill the future conversation on this episode, but
nope, it's already dead. Just end it.
Fish in a barrel, my friend. So yeah, the common theme is the price, basically the lack of the ability to be able to forecast price of building materials and input costs means that a lot of these home builders are either one, not choosing to start, or two, they're having to make changes to their business model to insulate themselves or protect themselves against, starting a project today with a certain cost structure in place. And then, once you get into the project 3-6 months and you have to order new material, a couple of months ago, if you were ordering material 3-6 months into your project, up 50%. And so you quoted that overall project improperly compared to what the input costs were. In fact, I think there was a number of projects also that got walked away from as a result